but I think that I actually have a point here. You need to talk me out of this if you think I'm crazy. As of today, Trayce Jackson-Davis has a very legitimate case to be the Big Ten Player of the Year. Even if Zach Edey is the National Player of the Year, Trayce Jackson-Davis, over the course of the last 7 games, was averaging 25 points, 15 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 4.5 blocks, and he single-handedly pretty much carried Indiana to currently a 14-6 record, a 5-4 record in the Big Ten. And it looks like this is going to be a team that we're going to have to talk about all season long. Things went bad for a while, but they're back, Chris. They're back. Am I crazy? Am I losing my mind?
I don't think you're crazy at all. I think when you start anointing guys as players of the year, in mid-January, you're doing a disservice to guys like Trayce. I think that if you put Trayce Jackson-Davis on Purdue's team, I don't see their record changing. Obviously, Purdue at this point's a way better team. Usually that award goes to the best player on the best team, but I mean, he's phenomenal. He is terrific. Zach Edey is so different. He's just different, man. He's humongous, and he demands, and commands such attention around the basket, and still you can't mess with him. But like, I just don't think it's a one-horse race like everybody has been talking about for so long. And I think you sort of have to watch the next month, season, and see how it plays out before you sort of crown a Big Ten Player of the Year, in my opinion.
It's over. It's over. Stop it. I know that sounds politically correct.
Come on.
Say Shaq Edey. No, hey, Trayce Jackson is having a hell of a year. We knew. I think the biggest thing, honestly, we're joking about it, but we didn't see this type of year coming from Zach Edey. We didn't see this type, and it's just surprising you, and it's consistent and it's dominant. The team is dominant. They're playing so well, but Trayce Jackson-Davis has just been playing. He's right there. He literally is right there.
I just like seeing how much tougher Trayce is this year than any year in his career.
He's answered the bell.
Yeah, he's answered the bell.
He's answered the bell.
And like, I'm excited for him. He's a great kid. Got to know him a
little
bit.
Playing through pain too. Like, he's not healthy. He's not healthy. He could sit out and protect his draft stock, and he's not doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like, to me, it's just a lot of respect for, what he's stepped into in terms of the type of player he's become in his senior year.
I got to shout out JB in the YouTube chat right now. He said Zach Edey's Player of the Year and Trayce Jackson-Davis is Player of the 2.5 weeks, which is pretty funny. I do think this is going to be crazy, and it's going to sound kind of anti-logical, but I think you can say Zach Edey right now is the National Player of the Year, and then there's a conversation between Zach and Trayce Jackson-Davis for Big Ten Player of the Year, because the Big Ten Player of the Year should only account for Big Ten teams. National Player of the Year should account for everything. But yeah, I still think Zach's probably the favorite at this point. They're just so dominant, man. Mac, let me ask you this: You've recruited some of these guys, right? I'm sure you've seen Fletcher Lawyer play.
Not well enough. But
not well enough. But did you see those freshman guards for Purdue kind of have this kind of like? Are you surprised?
I didn't know
what
Smith.
they've been able to do.
I'm not going to act like I mean, I knew of him, but we didn't recruit him. Fletcher, we did. I've known his dad John for a long, long time. Used to be an assistant at the University of Cincinnati under Huggs, and then was with the Trailblazers. So we've known the Lawyer family for a while. But, Rob, that was during COVID, man. We couldn't go see these kids physically. So you're watching it on film, and, just a weird take, because his family moved from Michigan to Indiana, in the middle of his high school career. Felt like he was obviously bigger than his older brother, had the size. Certainly, I knew he was going to be able to shoot the ball. But to have 2 freshmen step in, obviously their jobs are made easier because of the type of player that Zach is and the double teams that he commands, but like, still got to get the ball to him. You still got to handle pressure. You still have to defend at the other end. And obviously Matt is one of the best coaches in the entire country, and the stuff that he runs is second to none. But I can't say that I saw those guys stepping in and being as good as they are as freshmen.
We're dropping our merch. We got to start calling Underwood Daddy Brad.
I'm a big pod guy.